And if we can't repair your covered item, we'll replace it.
I've saved thousands, and that makes me happy.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-395-5945. That's 800-395-5945.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a major federal crackdown on crime in the nation's capital comes to an end tonight, but could Congress step in to keep control? We're live in Washington, D.C. Plus, a critical program for 9/11 responders and survivors is running out of money. One senator is urging Congress to act before the funds dry up. And protesters take to the state capitol to advocate for more protections for the Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. We're continuing this week with not a whole lot of sun.
Yeah, Kevin, it is a bit cloudy and it's still a bit chilly, of course, but we're slowly but surely going to improve those conditions for you as we head into the weekend. I promise you that we'll get some rays of sunshine before the weekend. 19 News Skycam, though, showing those cloudy skies into downtown Marquette. And here's our radar. Though we do have mostly cloudy skies, we're not really seeing any rain, which is always nice for those outside plans for tonight. Temperatures right now into the lower 60s, but for us in Marquette, we're into the upper 50s, and it will be a bit cloudy, chilly for tonight, and we'll also have some patchy fog, so you'll have to watch out for that going out later tonight and for tomorrow morning. We'll have a look at your weekend and some Friday night light forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. Leading off tonight, conservative activist and Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk died today after he was shot at an event at Utah Valley University. President Trump has confirmed he was 31 years old. The most recent reports say the shooter is still at large. A Turning Point chapter at NMU is hosting a prayer and reflection for Kirk's family at Woodland Church at 7 p.m. tonight. We'll have more details later. And President Trump's 30-day takeover of the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department is set to expire tonight, closing one major chapter of the crime crackdown in the nation's capital. But as lawmakers weigh changes to the city's justice system, the debate could shape how crime is tackled in other U.S. cities. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill with the details. And Brendan, I know you want to tell us a little bit about what you're hearing at the nation's capital about this tragedy that unfolded today. But let's talk about this issue first. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Kevin, absolutely. Well, we know that federal takeover began last August when President Trump declared a public safety emergency here in Washington, invoking Section 740 of the D.C. Home Rule Act. Since then, homicides and violent robberies have each dropped by over 50%. There have been over 2,100 arrests, 20 of which were alleged gang members. The D.C. Metropolitan Police Department will soon again be under local control after being led by Attorney General Pam Bondi for 30 days. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser recently signed an executive order directing the district to continue working with federal law enforcement to the maximum extent allowable by law.
This is how we will be able to request or receive additional resources.
The commitment to work with federal partners appears to be appeasing Republicans on Capitol Hill and the president, who have shied away from earlier calls to extend the federal takeover, at least for now.
We're grateful for the results. I mean, the crime rates are down dramatically.
However, the House Oversight Committee is reviewing a slate of D.C.-specific tough-on-crime measures, from rolling back progressive sentencing reforms to lowering the age juveniles can be tried as adults.
It's kind of those leftist Democrat policies that brought us to this moment and have brought many of America's major cities to the moment of crime overriding our streets. Cashless bail isn't working. Recidivism is high. And our cops have no tools left in their arsenal.
Democrats have criticized the president's takeover approach and the methods being utilized, like National Guard troops and masked immigration enforcement agents.
His administration is the very definition of lawlessness and disorder.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said any federal intervention should come at the request of local officials.
If those local police departments conclude that they want some support from the federal government, then I support that effort.
Kevin, again, that takeover of the D.C. Police Department expiring today. We'll see if that remains or if Congress does ultimately decide to intervene here and extend it, which is a possibility. Regardless, however, the National Guard troops have been ordered to remain in D.C. until at least November 30th. And then, Kevin, of course, going back to the major breaking news this hour, the shooting death of Charlie Kirk out in Utah. It's really swallowed the conversation here on Capitol Hill. Members from both sides weighing in. Freshman Senator Alyssa Slotkin saying political violence should be condemned by all decent people, no matter what your political leanings might be. We will, of course, continue to monitor the very latest, again, with that shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, and we'll be providing updates throughout the rest of the week from here in Washington. But for now, reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much for that. Ahead of the 24th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, New York Senator Kristen Gillibrand is calling on Congress to fully fund a program that helps people who have 9/11 related cancers. 14 years ago, Congress established the World Trade Center Health Program to provide medical assistance and monitoring to those who suffer from exposure to toxins from the 9/11 attacks. The senator says the program has been a lifeline to those who responded to the attacks and others impacted by the toxins. However, Senator Gillibrand says the cost of medical care has risen higher than inflation, and as more people get sick, the program has struggled to keep up with the cost of care. She says if Congress does not secure additional funding for the program, it will be forced to close enrollment to new 9/11 responders and survivors within the next few years, and existing enrollees in the program will face direct cuts to their care.
Over the past several years, a strong bipartisan coalition has delivered more than $1.6 billion to address funding shortfalls in the program, but these have just been patches. That's why I'm demanding full funding for the World Trade Center Health Program to be included in any funding package that moves forward this fall.
Since it was created, the senator says the program has helped more than 140,000 Americans who have experienced health effects like cancer linked to the attacks and its aftermath. Protesters gathered at Michigan's Capitol today in support of the Protect the Porkies movement. Demonstrators are calling for stronger protections for the Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park, raising concerns over a proposed mine that they say could threaten the park's natural beauty and wildlife. Organizers talked with lawmakers on the Capitol lawn, increasing the pressure to weigh conservation priorities against potential economic development in the western Upper Peninsula.
The largest, cleanest source of fresh water on this continent, that does not belong even to Michigan, does not belong to the United States, doesn't even belong to humans. That lake belongs to itself. It is there for all of the life forms. It is there for Mother Earth. It is not ours to destroy for the sake of a few jobs.
And we will have more from the protest coming up tonight at 11:10 Central. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Kelly will tell us what our chances are for more rain on the way. We'll be right back.
Survivor is always evolving. Welcome to Survivor 49. It's about to be on.
One of my favorite pastimes is kissing butt. Survivor is like a horror movie. In Act 1, you're running from the monster.
You're back in this.
But Act 2, you are the monster.
Survivor 49 premieres CBS Wednesday, September 24th, and streaming on Paramount+.
Looking for a car that won't fall apart on the way home? Bam! Come to John's Auto where cars are clean, run great, and don't smell like french fries. Does your car need a tune-up? Bam! Service department. Do you want your car to sparkle? Bam! Detailing department. Need a quieter sister? Bam! Wait. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Top 10 miracle finishes, top 10 comebacks, the 10 greatest women in sports. Want to see who's number one? Watch all the way to the end of the show. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's The Shortlist, counting down the top 10 of everything in sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
There's Labor Day specials at Shunk's. In our clearance center, this Ashley sofa with a chase and the easy-to-clean fabric is just $6.69. How about this Ashley two-cushion sofa? Comes in a choice of colors for just $3.99. Now here's comfort. This high-back sofa with the pillowed arms is just $4.79. There's dining room specials too. This 5-piece set with built-in storage and it comes in a choice of colors is just $7.99. Mattresses, queen-size innerspring mattress for just $1.99. Shop Shunk's today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. We are seeing some cloudy skies, not too much sunshine for us across the Upper Peninsula, but everyone is kind of the same way if we look at kind of the regional view, but we zoom it on in. Here's a look at the cloud cover with our Doppler Max. No rain really associated with it, though. I want to talk about this really quickly. This tan area that you see is a special weather statement. This is for the patchy fog in the overnight hours. Visibility could be to about a quarter mile or less. So if you do find yourself kind of stuck in a fog bank either later tonight or really early tomorrow morning, just make sure to use those low speeds and low beams. Maybe leave a few extra minutes headed out the door tomorrow morning too. Right now, temperatures into the upper 50s for Marquette. We are seeing some lower 60s, mid 60s, close to 70 degrees down to Menominee. So a bit of a mixture of temperatures going on here, and we might see some light drops or two through tonight. Not really seeing too much though as we head into tomorrow morning as well. Mostly just seeing that patchy fog. Can't really see it on here though. So because we do have slight chances of patchy fog, this might not be the most ideal conditions to view the International Space Station tonight at 9:45 p.m. But if you do get a chance to look out, it will be moving southwest to the east-southeast, viewable for about 4 minutes. So if you get a break in the cloud cover, you might be able to see it, and the maximum height will be at about 49 degrees. And looking ahead to this Friday, of course, high school football, Friday Night Lights. These are just some of the games going on across the Upper Peninsula. For the Copper Bowl, we have Hancock at Houghton, Kingsford at Gladstone, and Calumet versus Negaunee. Now, we might have some isolated drops later into Friday night. This is still kind of too early to put complete washout conditions there, but I have to note at the moment we could see a drop or two. So just make sure to bring the umbrella, at least have it in the car, have the ponchos with you. You might need it, but I still think it'll be a pretty nice night for some Friday night football. Now the weekend though looking really nice. We'll have gradual clearing skies. Again, a late drop or two for Friday, a bit of a mixed sky but staying dry for Saturday and Sunday. Sunday looking really nice, lots of sunshine and back to some more seasonal, actually slightly above average temperatures. So we're in for a really nice Friday and weekend ahead. Things have also been fairly quiet too down to the tropics. We have a very low chance of tropical cyclone formation. We had basically nothing over the weekend. We'll keep an eye on this too. Really quickly though, something that is kind of important to note with it is we're in peak hurricane season right now, so it should be pretty active and anything could change at a given moment. We'll keep an eye on it for you. We are looking at patchy fog across the Upper Peninsula with those temperatures into the mid 50s for tonight. We'll rise those temperatures to the mid 60s for tomorrow, but really get some seasonal conditions back with the sunshine for the weekend. And a look into next week, even warmer, nice and mild, and the sunshine continues.
Kelly, thank you very much. This weekend, local runners are racing along the shorelines of Marquette. We'll have the details on Insights when we come back.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. Elevate your home with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. It's durable, pet-friendly, and waterproof. The Legend Series features a sound-reducing attached pad. Pick it up for just $269 a square foot after rebate. Shop our huge selection of window treatments. Pick up 2-inch white faux-wood blinds starting at $19.99 after rebate. Plus, you can get your blinds trimmed to width for free in-store.
Save big money at Menards.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. the better in all of us.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, local runners are racing along the shorelines of Marquette. Here with the details on the 32nd Annual Lake Superior Shore Run is race director Jenny Kilpel. Jenny, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, just break it down for us. What can we expect this weekend?
Yeah, so we are going to have a great race. It's going to be a beautiful Saturday. Nice and cool in the morning, which is what trail runners love. We have a half marathon, which has some elevation climbing, some rocky sections, some scrambling, so heads up on that if you want to do it. We still have time to sign up for the half marathon. We also offer a 5K, which is on the Songbird Trail at Little Presque Isle, and that's all flat. So if you want to do a trail 5K, you can run or walk that. There's also a 5-mile hike, and the hike does climb bareback. And then there is a free 1-mile kids race on Friday night at the end of our packet pickup at South Beach. So lots of events for all the family to try.
Excellent, excellent. And this is the 32nd one. Just
it is.
How big is it now compared to when it started? Just tell us about how much it's grown.
It has grown over the years. We've had, I think our record number was 300 plus. We haven't seen that in the last few years because there's a lot of other running races. I know there's even one tonight in town. So that's great. People are getting out and they're active. So strut your mutts also on Saturday.
Yeah, right.
It has grown in that it's just been going for so long. It's a benefit for the Superior Land Ski Club. All the money goes back into our ski programs. We taught 140 youth how to ski last year. We also are going to start our adult programming back up. It's our largest fundraiser. And it's just a great time to come out and enjoy the Little Presque area. We have a couple of unique things we've always done, like give away jam. I brought jam with me.
That was my next question. What's up with this jam?
So for age group awards, if you get first, second, or third in your age category, and we have something like 16 age categories for men and women, then you get a jar of jam. And so we give out quite a few. Keweenaw Kitchen, we've given away Keweenaw Kitchen for many, many years. And they're a sponsor of ours this year, and they donated all the jam because we're fundraising.
All right, excellent. And not everyone has to do the full run.
No.
Tell us a little bit more about how people who don't want to do the full run, what can they do?
Yeah, they can come. They can sign up online until tomorrow at noon, or come down to South Beach Friday during packet pickup from 4 to 7. And they can sign up there. They can come out at 8 a.m. on race morning. We start at 9 for the race. And at 8, you can also sign up. So if you're on the fence, you can still come out. But the weather looks great, so there's no reason you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned they can sign up online too. Can you tell us which website?
Oh, sure. It's lakesuperiorshorerun.com.
All right, excellent. Anything else you think the people who are showing up, anything they should keep in mind, you think, Jenny?
Queen City's another sponsor, and we have so many great sponsors. I should mention UPHP, that's why we can do the kids race free, and Eagle Mine, they're some major sponsors of ours, but also Queen City helps sponsor the prizes, and so we have $100 towards shoes for the winners of that half marathon. So it's a pretty nice deal.
All right, absolutely. And it sounds like we're going to have great weather this weekend. Jenny, what's your favorite part of the run?
All the people. It is a beautiful fall day, and so it's just really nice to get excited to be outdoors and enjoy those trails. Little Presque is great. There's great volunteers from the North Country Trail and Friends of Harlow Lake that maintain them, and we get to showcase them and enjoy them.
Excellent.
So I love it.
Yeah, it sounds like a great time. Jenny, thank you so much for coming in
You're
today.
welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, and tomorrow we'll speak with the Marquette County Habitat for Humanity about this weekend's Square Dance, a second annual event in support of a good cause. That conversation is only on 19 News Insights. Coming up next, Easton Zimnaska from Northern Scales Reptiles brings on another animal for today's creature feature. We'll see what it is in just a couple of minutes. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. The UP Land Conservancy is looking for help doing some trail building at Dead River Community Forest. Duties could include transporting and using tools, planting native shrubs, and installing deer fencing. Volunteers are needed Thursday starting at 1 p.m., Friday at noon as well. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com, and we will be right back to see what animal Easton is bringing on in just a couple minutes.
Live CBS Sunday.
We did it, baby.
Wow. Nailed it. CBS presents The Emmys.
We are here to honor
unparalleled, outstanding, entertaining television.
See your favorite stars.
Not gonna have any time. I don't want to get yelled at.
And celebrate the shows you invited into your home.
And the Emmy goes to...
Mama, I won! Hosted by Nate Bargatze.
Please watch the Emmys so the TV people can feel special. If they stop making shows, we're going to have to read books.
The 77th Emmy Awards. Live CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount+.
Tourism has basically become one of the mainstays of the economy up here.
The Respect Marquette program is helping shape who visits Marquette and how they visit Marquette.
Protecting water and being part of organizations doing that work is essential.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. Your card donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home. Donate your unwanted card today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction.
Call 800-671-9020.
Meet Gomer Pyle, musical Marie.
Weeknights at 9:30 on MeTV 19.1.
Welcome back, everyone. Wednesday has quickly become one of my favorite days of the week. That's because it's when Easton Zimnaska from Northern Scales Reptiles joins us to educate us on a different animal. Easton, welcome back, my friend. Who do you have for it? Oh, my goodness gracious.
He is really ready to go. He was really calm earlier, but now he's like, oh, I want to move.
Easton, you got the gloves on today. Who do you have?
So I have another amphibian for everybody. This is a Pac-Man frog, specifically a camouflage Pac-Man frog. He is 2 years old. He's actually one of the guys we have on the shop floor, but I thought they were so cool that I really wanted to show one off because they're like black holes for food and their names remind me of one of my favorite video games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is Pac-Man one of your
favorites? Yeah, Pac-Man's one of my favorite video games.
All right, so I've seen Pac-Man frogs before. They're usually a lot bigger. You're telling me he's not full grown yet, though.
Yep, not full grown yet. This guy is just about, I want to say 2 years old at the moment. They live around 7 to 15 years. Mm-hmm. More like 13 to 15 years, actually. But with this, they get around the size of your fist. So he's got a little more to go, but when he's full grown, he'll be able to actually eat a small mouse if he wants. Yeah, we're not going to do that, but we like to feed them inverts like dubia roaches, crickets, superworms. Some people like to do the whole, I like to feed it the stuff I would eat in the wild. I'm like, which would be the inverts, but whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. And the name Pac-Man frog is pretty interesting. Is that what he gets his name from? Just his ability to eat all these kinds of creatures?
Yep, so what these guys will do is they will kind of do like, it's really weird. If you want to look up a time lapse of it, I would really suggest it for people. They do this little spin, and they bury themselves underground, And their heads are still above ground though, and so when a little bug comes running by, they look, they see the eyes, then they're like, oh, you know, that's just nothing, because they got that camouflage going for them. But basically they'll just sit there and their mouths are basically like half their body at this point, and when they open them, you really get to see just how massive they are. Because right now it looks really small, but if I had a bug here, he'd definitely just like open up, and he could probably fit my whole thumb in there if he wanted to, but luckily he hasn't done that yet. They're not the best for holding, obviously. He doesn't really like to be held. It's just kind of, I'm wearing gloves, so I am making sure that he's safe and I'm safe, and I wetted them down before we started holding him. But on top of that, they just like to be more kind of like where they are. They like to bury themselves. This is the most social one at this point, usually. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Well, let's put him down.
Yeah, he's trying to leap out.
When we started this, Easton, your gloves were dry. They are now a mess.
Yep, yeah.
What's going on there?
So this is their mucus. Obviously, I didn't wet them down enough because a little bit of it did rub off. I also did spray him down, so he's a little wet just from water in general. But basically, that's their protective coating that makes sure that they don't dry out as much. They keep their humidity in. If these guys dry out, they really get like, they turn into mummies. Like honestly, it's kind of scary to see. I've seen dart frogs and other Pac-Man frogs do it. When they pass away, they really dry out within, like, I want to say, if they're in a more less humid area, more dry, within like an hour, they become these just like corpses, and it's terrifying to see. Really cool for Halloween area, but but down
we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, but they come from like Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina,
Chile, I believe.
Chile, yep. I always pronounce it. I almost said Chile again. But those areas that are really humid and really wet are perfect for them until they get into the little more drier season, which gets a little too hot, and they start to dry out. So they got to find the really swampy areas full of mud and kind of gunk everywhere, a little bit of water here and there. They're more mud guys, not water guys.
Gotcha. Yeah. And quickly, Easton, how would you rank them as far as being a pet goes?
Since you can't handle them, but they're really cool to feed, I'm going to give them a solid 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. You know, it's 7 out of 10 because they're really funny guys when they eat.
Oh, I bet. Easton, thank you so much for bringing them in. Always a pleasure having you in, my friend.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And when we come back, Kelly Rowland is going to have our final look at weather. Stay tuned.
The CBS Evening News, not like anything else on TV.
If people are watching this, what do you want to tell them?
We need help. When your husband had a heart attack, if you had to go to the next closest hospital, how long would that take? Over a half an hour.
The CBS Evening News.
Yes. Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, the pesticides, the water, the land, was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios, these goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast. Things remain cloudy and chilly for the rest of tonight. So any sky cam we show you will have those cloudy skies slightly diminishing, as well as those really isolated showers here on our radar. We'll clear the rain, but we won't necessarily clear that cloud cover, and watch out for some patchy fog across the Upper Peninsula for tonight and stretching into early tomorrow morning. Low beams, low speeds. Just leave a few minutes earlier tomorrow morning, and the sunshine returns, especially for the weekend, with some more seasonal temperatures. More in your forecast coming up later tonight.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thanks again. And finally tonight, a remarkable milestone for a UP veteran. John Motti, a World War II veteran and prisoner of war in the Battle of the Bulge, was joined in celebration today for his 100th birthday. Staff, friends, and family gathered for music, cupcakes, and plenty of photos, as well as a presentation of federal recognition from Representative Jack Bergman and Senator Alyssa Slotkin's office. Staff say Motti's presence is well received by everyone each day, still living his life to the fullest.
He just this past week went to the fairs with us, both Dickinson County and UP State Fairs, so he gets out and still does things, still walking, talking, and functioning all on his own there, and really showing us what it means to be full of life at 100.
We'll have more on his legacy tonight at 11:10 Central. We'll see you then.